Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to paint a simple, easy and last minute greeting card. So I'm using masking tape in the center because I want my message in the center, so that's why I'm using this masking tape. If you don't have masking tape, you can keep that particular area blank, and before using masking tape you can just dilute this stickiness, sticking the masking tape on the table or maybe onto the piece of a cloth. So that is something you can do. Now with the help of black color you can create a big dot and then smaller dot around it. So I want everything in red and green, but I'm using two white flowers as well. And because we are using white sheet, it is sometimes difficult to paint white flowers, right? So this is the easiest way to paint white flowers. I have used this particular flower multiple times as well in the past, and I felt it is very simple and easy to paint. So you can have a bigger dot and a smaller dot, and then with the help of wet brush try to drag the color from the smaller dots that you have, and you will automatically see a nice light gray color for the petals, which is basically we needed. So sometimes this is difficult to handle if you're directly using any color. So this is the simplest way to paint white flowers, and you can repeat the same thing for other flower as well, creating some random petals. You can have bigger, smaller and wavy edges around the petal area, so those things you can decide for your own. And likewise we have created two flowers here with the help of black color. Now with the help of red color you can paint some simple flowers here in a group. So I'm keeping these flowers easy and simple, few petals and a round shape, keeping a small negative space in between. You can keep the petal shape and size little vary from each other so that you will see a different perspective. And basically we need to create a group, so you can do a little bit of overlapping between the flowers as well. Now before doing overlapping, make sure your previous petals have dried completely. You might ruin your flower while doing overlapping, so make sure you are taking care of that thing. And we have created one group having 3 flowers. Now I'm repeating the same thing here as well, creating 3 to 4 flowers again, having a small negative space in between and overlapping between the flowers also. So something like this I did. Now with the help of different shade of red color, I have one more shade here which is more like towards the brown kind of color, but whatever red you have, if you want little variation you can also add hint of blue into your existing red, that is also fine. So that is also something you can do. And I'm also keeping the center part for these red flowers in a black color, so I have added black dots around the negative space that we have created. So with this particular red shade we are creating a different kind of flower. So you can have 2 bigger petals side by side, more tilted towards left side and right side like this, and 2 smaller petals around the upward direction. Likewise you can paint multiple flowers. I am creating 2 flowers here and 2 flowers in the lower portion. So the perspective you can define, you can choose different direction of flowers, little bit tilted, twisted, those things you can try definitely. And these are my flowers. I'm done with the flowers. Now let's paint different kind of leaf with different shades of green. Now how you can achieve different shades of green is totally depend on what kind of blue and what kind of yellow you are using. So right now I'm using cobalt blue and lemon yellow color, and I'm creating little bigger leaf like these around the white flower that we have, because our sheet is also white, flower is also white. So to pop the white flower better, you can paint different element around the white flower with different color, so that you can see white flower better and visibility is better when you paint different element around white flowers. Now I have mixed little bit of red into my green to have different shade of green, and I'm creating small stems for the flowers. So you can create something like this, connect all the flowers together with this stem, and you can also paint leaves as well with this particular green shade. Now my second kind of leaf is a little bit longer and sleeker. As you can see, I'm just dragging my brush little longer to paint something like this, and I am creating these kind of leaves throughout my sheet. Now where you can keep all these leaves is totally up to you, how you have placed your flowers. Based on that you can define the direction of leaves and what kind of leaves you needed. So I'm just randomly putting my leaves here and there, not thinking too much. I don't have any idea in my mind. I'm simply doing these kind of things randomly, and then with the help of brighter green color you can have smaller leaves. And I'm finishing my greeting card with this particular green shade. So keep adding all these random leaves with this particular brighter green color. Basically I have mixed ultramarine blue into my existing green to make it more brighter, and then at the end you can also use yellow color to add a leaf kind of shape or maybe flower kind of shape. So just randomly adding all these strokes with the help of yellow color, and we are done with today's video. As you can see, we are done with all the flowers and leaf. If you want, with the help of black color you can define your petal area for the white flower. Now remove your masking tape slowly and carefully, and then in between this particular space you can write anything based on for which occasion you are using this particular greeting card. So I'm going to write Merry Christmas here, and I'm also using this brown sheet to make it look like this is a greeting card and also to pop my sheet better. So hope you have liked it, and thank you so much for watching.